All right, DC fans, get ready because we are diving deep into all the Superman news, and it is a lot to unpack.
Oh, yeah. We've got articles from Forbes, Telegraph, India.
All the entertainment sites are buzzing.
And that trailer dropping Thursday.
December 19th.
Yeah.
So much to get to.
I know.
So let's start with what we know.
Okay.
July 11th, 2025.
A long way away.
Oh, it feels forever away.
It does.
But we've got David Corenswet as Superman.
Yeah.
Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane.
Hi.
And the man at the helm, James Gunn.
The mastermind.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad.
It's interesting, though.
What's interesting?
Because there's a lot of excitement,
Yeah.
but also some skepticism,
Yeah.
you know?
Why is that?
Because Gunn is very much known for a certain style.
Humor action?
Right. And Superman's a different kind of character.
He is.
There's a certain weight to Superman.
Yeah.
And people are worried that might get lost in translation.
Yeah, they think it might be too jokey.
Right. Exactly.
So there's a lot riding on this.
There is.
You know, it's not just a Superman film. It's
the whole DC universe.
This is the new
This is the reboot. The fresh start.
So, okay, so we've all seen the motion poster.
Right.
Corenswet, the suit,
The suit.
the cape.
Classic look.
Even the red undies are back.
They are. They are back.
But the tagline, "Look up."
Mm-mm.
What do you think that means?
Well, you know, I think you can interpret that on a couple different levels.
Okay.
On the one hand, it's very literal.
Okay.
Superman flying up in the air.
Yeah.
You know,
Classic imagery.
classic imagery.
Yeah.
But knowing Gunn,
Mm-hmm.
it could also be a call to action for the audience.
Okay.
Like, hey, look up from your phones.
Yeah.
Look beyond the darkness. Look for hope.
Look beyond the cynicism that we're all kind of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rediscover that sense of wonder.
So he's calling us out a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Interesting.
But you know, he does like to play with the fans too.
Yeah, he does.
Like, remember that fake motion poster he put out with
the blurred.
Yeah, just the blur.
I thought it was my internet connection.
I know, right?
But then there's also that teaser poster with the Superman Loki
Yeah, what was that all about?
all engraved and stuff.
Where's that, the Fortress of Solitude?
Right.
The Hall of Justice?
Is he giving us clues?
I don't know, but it definitely got people talking. And then, bam,
Real motion poster.
Corenswet
Yeah.
in all his glory.
It's like a throwback, right, to the classic Superman look, even though Gunn...
Right. He likes to put his own spin on things.
Exactly. Do you think this is a sign that he's approaching it with reverence?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And I think it's too early to tell, for sure.
Okay.
But, you know, I did find this quote from him
Yeah.
where he said he wants to make a film about a good man
Okay.
in a world that isn't always so much.
So what does that tell us?
Well, to me, it suggests that he's not shying away from those complexities,
Okay.
the challenges that Superman faces.
So you were talking about how people are concerned about his humor,
Right.
but doesn't that kind of suggest a story with some depth?
It does.
To know a good man in a world that's not so good,
Exactly.
it's conflict right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Remember Peacemaker?
Oh, yeah?
That was hilarious.
Uh-huh.
But also really explored what it means to be a hero
Yeah.
in a messed up world.
Yeah, and Peacemaker was really messed up.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we're not getting the campy Superman.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's like a Superman that struggles,
Makes mistakes.
questions things.
Exactly. And that could really resonate with audiences.
Yeah, they're looking for something more than just like...
Right. Just mindless action.
Yeah.
They want something real.
So there's a chance this film could really surprise us.
It could.
Entertaining, but also...
Thought-provoking.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it has that potential.
I like it.
But we do need to remember,
What's that?
this is the official launch of the new DC universe.
Right.
Even though there are other projects like it.
Like Creature Commandos?
Creature Commandos is already in motion.
Right. So for those of us who maybe aren't like total comic book
Right.
experts,
Yeah.
what does it actually mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Official launch of the DC universe.
Right. Is it going to be like the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah.
Where everything's connected?
Yeah, are we going to get those like little
The Easter egg.
Easter eggs and
Yeah.
cameos?
Have you get cameos? We don't know yet.
Okay.
But we do know that some elements from Gunn's previous DC projects,
Okay.
like the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker,
Okay.
they are now considered canon.
Okay, so that means those stories officially happened
They happen
in this new timeline.
in this new DC universe.
But how those characters and storylines...
How does it all weave together?
Yeah, are we going to see Harley Quinn pop up?
We don't know.
Oh, man.
But it's possible.
Okay.
It's all possible.
Okay, so this is big.
This is big.
It's not just a Superman film. It's the foundation.
It's the foundation for everything that comes next.
So it's like world building.
World building on a massive scale.
I am already hooked.
I am too.
Okay, but hold on. Because I have a million questions
I know, me too.
about all these other projects.
All these other projects.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's talk about casting.
Okay.
Because besides Corrin Sweat and Brosnahan,
Yeah.
we've got Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
I mean, he can play charming.
Uh-huh.
He can play sinister.
Yeah.
So what kind of Lex are we going to get?
Right.
Is he going to be nuanced?
Yeah,
Or just like a straight up bad guy?
like mustache twirling.
Right.
I'm kind of leaning towards nuanced
Yeah.
because Gunn tends to give his villains
Depth.
backstories.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be one dimensional.
I agree.
Yeah.
And remember that quote about
The good man.
the good man in a world that isn't always so much?
Yeah.
Maybe this Lex Luthor.
He genuinely believes he's doing what's best
Oh.
for humanity.
Okay.
Even if his methods are...
I'm a little twisted.
Okay, so he thinks he's the hero
He might have his own story,
of his own story.
even though we know
Even though he's the villain,
he's the villain.
it's all about perspective.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
So it's like another layer to that whole dynamic.
It adds that complexity
Okay, yeah.
that Gunn seems to love.
Yeah, so we've got a complex Superman,
Potentially.
a morally ambiguous Lex Luthor,
Right.
and a director who's not afraid to...
Push the boundaries.
Yeah, this is going to be a different kind of Superman film.
It is.
And potentially a very different kind of.
DC Universe.
And we haven't even touched on the other projects.
I know.
But before we do,
Oh.
I want to go back to this idea of good and evil,
Yeah.
because I think that's really key to understanding Gunn's whole approach.
I think you're right.
You know, it's not just about Superman punching bad guys.
Right.
It's about what does it mean to be good?
In a world where the lines are blurred.
Yeah, and that's something we can all relate to,
Absolutely.
especially today,
Today.
where things are so polarized.
Right. Yes.
What's right? What's wrong?
It's hard to say sometimes.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
And maybe Gunn's Superman
Right.
can help us navigate that.
In a fictional way,
Yeah.
but still
It's
storytelling.
Yeah.
It allows us to explore those ideas
In a safe space.
in a safe space.
Yeah. And who better to guide us than Superman?
Superman.
He's the ultimate symbol of hope.
He is.
But this Superman under Gunn,
Might be a little different.
yeah, he might be flawed,
He might make mistakes.
question his beliefs.
He's human.
Yeah, even with the extraordinary abilities.
Exactly. And that's what makes him relatable.
Yeah,
He's not just this perfect being.
yeah,
He struggles.
yeah.
He makes mistakes.
And that's real.
That's real.
Yeah, so this is powerful stuff.
It is.
But let's not forget,
Right.
this is still a Superman movie. We're talking action.
Action
Getting-
special
yeah,
effects.
that-
Billowing in the wind.
It's going to be a visual spectacle.
Oh, absolutely.
And knowing Gunn's style,
Right.
those action sequences are going to be
Mind blowing.
like next level.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Those fight scenes.
Incredible.
Imagine that, but with Superman's powers.
Oh my God.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless.
Flying through Metropolis.
Giant robots.
Space battles.
Who knows?
Oh.
But I think the key here
Yeah.
is how he's going to balance that big action with those quieter moments.
Okay.
The character development.
The heart. Because at its core, it's still about
A man
a man.
trying to do the right thing.
And that's the Superman story.
That's the Superman story.
That's resonated with people.
For generations.
Yeah, it's not just about the powers, it's
Wow.
about compassion,
Selflessness.
ultimately humanity.
Humanity.
And I think that's what Gunn's going to deliver,
I think so too.
even if it's in his own unique way.
His own unique style.
Yeah, so this is more than just a superhero movie.
It is.
It's a story about hope,
About humanity.
the power of believing in something bigger than ourselves.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, me too.
I love that.
But let's not get too deep into the philosophy because
Yeah.
we've got other DC projects to talk about.
We do.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
It
So
is.
tell me everything.
Okay.
What can we expect?
From this new DC universe.
What other characters are we going to see?
Well, one of the most highly anticipated projects
Yeah.
is the Supergirl film.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gunn has already said that her story will be set in a different part of the DC timeline.
And Superman.
Again, Superman.
So we could potentially see a very different kind of Kryptonian hero,
Absolutely.
shaped by different experiences.
Different challenges.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
What else?
We've also got the Lanterns HBO Max series.
Wait, space cops with glowing rings? Sign me up.
It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
And Gunn has said it's going to be a little bit more grounded,
Okay.
a little bit more gritty.
So it's not going to be all like campy and fun.
No.
It's going to be serious.
It's going to explore the darker side
Okay.
of being a Green Lantern,
Ooh.
the psychological toll,
Okay, so like the human cost.
the human cost of heroism.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've got Supergirl, we've got lanterns,
We do.
but they're rumors
There are always rumors.
about other projects.
Right.
What have you heard?
Oh, I've heard whispers
Okay.
of a Batman Beyond film,
Batman
a
Beyond.
Justice League reboot, even a Swamp Thing project.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Come on, you must know more.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
But Gunn is very good at keeping secrets.
He is.
So until he makes an official announcement,
Yeah.
it's all just speculation.
Okay. Fair
But I
enough.
have a feeling
Yeah.
we won't be disappointed.
He hasn't steered us wrong yet.
Not yet.
So it's clear that this new DC universe
Right.
is going to be bold, ambitious.
It is.
And I think that's what DC needs right now.
I agree. They need a fresh start.
Yeah.
And Gunn is the guy to do it.
Yeah, he's got the vision, the talent,
The passion.
and he took the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nobody knew who they were,
No.
and he made them global superstars.
Yeah. So who knows?
Right.
Maybe Swamp Thing is going to be the next big
Maybe.
DC hero.
Maybe.
But jokes aside,
Yeah.
what's really exciting is the possibility.
The possibility.
Anything could happen.
Anything.
And it's not just about the individual projects.
Right.
It's how they're all connected.
The interconnectedness.
Yeah, it's like we're getting a front row seat
Yes.
to the creation of a whole new mythology.
And that's what's been missing.
Yeah.
That sense of cohesion.
Yeah. And purpose.
A purpose.
Yeah. Gunn is bringing that back.
He is.
Okay, so we talked about the projects,
We have.
the interconnectedness,
Yes.
the excitement,
The anticipation.
but the big question,
The big question.
can he actually pull this off?
Can you pull it off?
Can he create a DC universe
That rivals Marvel.
where it rivals the MCU?
The MCU.
Yeah, because that's the gold standard.
It is.
Right?
It's the one to beat.
Can Gunn's DC universe reach those same heights?
That's the question.
Yeah, because they've had a decade head start.
A decade.
Yeah.
They've had time to plan and strategize.
They've got it down to a science.
They do.
Gunn is just getting started.
He is.
There are going to be bumps in the road.
There are.
But Gunn has a few things going for him.
He does.
that Marvel didn't.
Yeah.
He's inheriting a universe.
With iconic characters.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman,
Household names.
global icons.
Global icons.
And that's a huge advantage.
It is.
Because those characters already have built-in fan bases
Absolutely.
worldwide.
Worldwide.
So he doesn't have to start from scratch.
He doesn't.
Like Marvel did with Iron Man.
Right.
You know?
Nobody knew who Iron Man was.
No, and look at them now. So Gunn's got a head start in that sense.
He does.
And he's shown that he's not afraid to embrace that legacy
Yes.
while also putting his own spin on things.
Exactly.
He can modernize these characters.
Yes.
Without losing what makes them special.
Exactly.
And let's not forget,
What's that?
he's got a track record.
He does.
The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker,
Critical acclaim.
commercial success.
Box office hits.
He knows how to make these characters work on screen.
He does.
And he knows how to connect with audiences.
On an emotional level.
Yeah, his films are funny, action-packed.
But they have heart,
They have heart
which is something that's been missing.
from the DC universe.
Yeah.
So do you think he can do it?
I do.
You do.
I think he can.
You think Gunn's DC universe can actually rival the MCU?
I think it has the potential,
Wow.
but it's going to take time.
Okay.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
But if he continues to make smart choices,
Yeah.
surround himself with talented people,
Yeah.
and stay true to his vision,
Okay.
I think he can create something really special.
I hope you're right.
I do too.
I'm already invested.
Me too.
I want to see this succeed.
I do too.
But let's take a step back
Okay.
and remind ourselves why we're so excited about this.
Why are we so excited?
Why are we so excited about Superman?
Superman.
Because at the end of the day,
Right.
this whole new DC universe hinges on this film.
It does.
If this doesn't connect with audiences,
The whole thing could crumble.
it could all come crashing down.
It could.
Son, there's a lot riding on this.
There is.
But I think Gunn understands that.
I think he does.
You know he's not taking this lightly.
He knows the weight of this character.
Superman is more than just a character.
He's an icon.
He's a symbol of
Inspiration.
for generations.
I think he's going to treat him with the respect he deserves.
I think so too.
Because I'm ready for a Superman film.
Yes.
That reminds us why we love this character.
Why he matters.
Why he matters. Why he's endured
For so long.
for decades.
Yeah. And I think we're going to get that with Gunn's film.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be special.
I do too.
All right. But before we get lost in all the hype and speculation,
Right.
let's take a closer look at those sources.
Okay.
See if we can glean any more insights into Gunn's vision.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's dive back in
Let's dive in.
and see what we can uncover.
I can't wait.
Me neither. Okay. All right. So we talked a lot about Gunn's overall vision
Good idea.
for this new DC universe.
Right.
But you've been hinting
I have.
at some really juicy details
There are some juicy details.
buried in these articles.
Well, yeah.
What else can you share about his plans?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me
Okay.
is how he's approaching the timeline.
Okay.
It's not going to be a strict linear progression
Okay.
like we've seen in some other franchises.
So it's not just going to be one big continuous story.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so we could potentially jump back and forth in time, see different versions of these characters.
It's possible.
So like multiverse stuff.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
We already know that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow,
Right.
is set in a different part of the timeline.
Then Superman, Legacy.
And Superman, Legacy,
Does that mean those films won't connect at all?
not necessarily.
Okay.
Gunn has been pretty vague about the specifics,
Okay.
but he has hinted that there will be overarching connections,
Okay.
even if they're not directly related.
So maybe it's more like a tapestry.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tapestry with
Different threads.
weaving together
Yeah.
to create a bigger picture.
Okay, so it's not just like a straight line.
No.
It's more like,
It's more complex.
yeah, a web.
Interwoven.
Interwoven.
And that makes sense given Gunn's style.
It does.
You know, he's not afraid to experiment.
He's not afraid to take risks,
Yeah.
to try new things.
So besides the timeline, what else stood out to you?
Well, one thing that really caught my eye,
Was his emphasis on character development.
character development.
He keeps saying that he wants these films and TV shows to be character driven,
Not just plot driven.
not just plot driven.
Okay, so it's not just going to be about
Right.
saving the world every 5 minutes.
Not just explosions and fight scenes.
Okay, we're actually going to get to know these characters,
We are.
understand their motivations,
Their backstory.
see them grow and evolve.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's crucial for a shared universe
It is.
because you got to care about these characters,
You have to.
right? You can have the best action in the world,
Right.
but if you don't care,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It falls flat.
And Gunn gets that.
He gets it.
He's a master of character development.
He is.
Think about the Guardians. You know you love those characters.
We do.
They're flawed, they're funny,
They're relatable.
but they're unforgettable.
They are.
So I'm really curious to see how that translates
Right.
to these iconic DC characters, especially Superman, who's often portrayed as
Perfect.
perfect godlike.
Yeah. Can Gunn make him feel human? That's the challenge.
Vulnerable,
Relatable.
relatable.
Yeah.
Can he do that?
I think he can.
Okay.
I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
He's not interested in just rehashing the same old stories.
Right.
He wants to dig deeper,
Yeah.
explore the man behind the symbol,
Okay.
the complexities.
So it's almost like he's deconstructing the myth.
He is, in a way.
Yeah, breaking Superman down to his core elements
Rebuilding him
and rebuilding him.
for a modern audience.
For a modern audience,
Yeah.
that's a bold approach.
It is.
But I think it's what DC needs.
I agree.
You know, they need to evolve, they need to adapt.
They need to stay relevant.
Yeah, there's so much superhero content out there.
There is.
You know, they got to stand out.
They do.
And Gunn, I think he's the right guy to do that.
I think so too.
He's got the vision, the talent, the audacity to shake things up.
To shake things up.
And we are going to be here
Oh, yeah.
to analyze every step of the way.
Every step.
This deep dive is just getting started.
We've got the trailer,
The trailer,
casting announcement.
rumors.
We got to debunk those rumors.
Oh, yeah, we got to debunk those rumors.
So much to discuss.
So much to discuss.
And we haven't even scratched the surface.
of all the potential spin-offs.
Oh, yeah.
Side stories.
Oh, man. This could go on forever.
It could.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless.
And that's what makes this so exciting.
It is.
We're witnessing the birth
Earth.
of a new cinematic universe.
And this one has the potential
Yeah.
to rival Marvel.
To rival the MCU.
Yeah.
That's a bold claim.
It is.
But I'm starting to believe it.
I am too.
But it's going to take time.
It will.
We can't expect it to happen overnight.
No, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah,
But that starting line is buzzing with energy.
it is.
I'm excited to see where this race leads us. Me too. And who knows, maybe along the way, we'll see some twists and turns,
Some surprises
some cameos,
Some mind-blowing moments.
that redefine what a superhero universe can be.
Oh man, now that's a thought.
That's a thought.
And that's what this deep dive is all about.
It is.
Exploring the potential,
Sick in the details.
igniting that spark of curiosity.
In our listeners.
So to everyone listening,
Get ready.
get ready to embark on this journey with us.
We'll be your guides.
We'll keep you informed, entertained, and maybe even a little bit surprised.
Because with James Gunn at the helm,
Yeah.
the future of the DC universe is going to be anything but ordinary.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Superman and the new DC universe.
We covered a lot of ground,
We did.
but there's so much more to come.
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning.
Stay tuned,
Stay tuned for more deep dives as this story unfolds.
because it's going to be a wild ride.
It is.
Buckle up.
Buckle up.
And that's what makes Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, so exciting.
Right? It is.
It's not just another like Superman origin story retread.
Right.
You think you know Superman's story, but then you see it through her eyes.
Yeah.
It takes on a whole new dimension.
It's like a whole new perspective.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of these shared universes.
Yeah.
Multiple perspectives.
Yeah.
Makes the storytelling so much richer.
So you're saying that by introducing Supergirl,
Yeah.
Gunn's not just adding another superhero.
Right.
He's adding like a whole new layer.
A whole new layer of complexity.
It's the world itself.
To the world, to the mythology.
Okay, so we're going deep.
We're going deep.
I like it.
And I think that's going to be a hallmark of this new DC universe.
Okay.
It's not just about the action.
Right.
It's about exploring the human side of these characters.
Your struggles.
Their struggles, their triumphs,
Yeah.
their relationships.
Okay. I am sold Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Officially on my must-watch list.
Excellent choice.
But let's move on to the next project that has everybody buzzing.
Okay.
Lanterns.
The Lanterns HBO Max series.
Space cops with glowing rings.
I know it sounds a little out there,
It does.
but Gunn has said
Yeah.
he wants to make it more grounded,
More gritty.
more gritty.
Okay, but how do you ground a concept like that?
Right.
Space cops glowing rings?
Us. Well, from what I've read,
Yeah.
the series is going to focus on two specific Lanterns,
Okay.
Hal Jordan
Okay.
and Jon Stewart.
I know those guys.
And it's going to be about their partnership
Oh,
as they
great.
investigate these intergalactic crimes.
So it's kind of like a buddy cop movie,
Yeah,
but in space.
in space with a sci-fi twist.
Okay, I can see that working.
Right.
The buddy cop dynamic's always fun.
It is.
But what of the gritty aspect?
Well, Gunn has also said that he wants to explore
Yeah.
the psychological toll of
Yeah.
being a Green Lantern,
Okay.
the burden of carrying that power,
The responsibility.
the responsibility.
Yeah. It's not all fun and games.
Right.
It's about sacrifice.
So it's like a darker, more mature take
On the greed
the
land.
Lantern mythos.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
And I think it's a series format is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Because we'll have the time to really delve into the characters,
Yeah.
their relationships,
Yeah.
how they're affected by the events of the story.
Okay, so it's not just like a 2-hour movie.
No.
We're going to get like a whole season.
We're going to get multiple seasons, hopefully,
Okay.
to really explore these characters.
So it's like a different approach
A very different approach
than what we've seen before
than what we've seen before
with Green Lantern.
with Green Lantern.
Okay, and that's exciting.
It is
It's a chance to see these characters in a new light,
in a new light.
explore their world in a way that's never been done before.
And that's what's so great about Gunn.
What's that?
He's not afraid to take risks
Yeah.
to push those boundaries.
Yeah, he's not afraid to like break things
No, he's not.
and try new things.
And try new things.
Okay, so we've covered Supergirl.
We have.
We've covered Lanterns.
We have.
What other projects are on the horizon?
Well, you know, there are those rumors
The rumors.
about all those other DC characters
Yeah.
getting their moment in the spotlight.
Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond,
Justice League reboot.
Justice League,
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
But until we get confirmation,
From Gunn himself.
it's all just speculation.
It's all just fun speculation.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, I do.
admit.
It's fun to speculate.
It is. It is.
But even with just these few projects that he's announced,
Right.
It's clear that this new DC universe
Yes.
is going to be different.
It is.
It's going to be bold, ambitious.
Ambitious.
And I think that's exactly what DC needs.
I agree.
A fresh start,
A fresh start.
a new direction.
A new direction.
And Gunn seems to be a perfect person to lead the charge.
He's got the vision, the talent,
And he's got the passion.
the passion.
He loves these characters.
He does.
And he wants to see them succeed.
He wants to see them done right.
And he's already proven that he can take lesser known characters,
Right.
like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Yeah.
turn them into global superstars.
Herbal superstars.
So who knows, maybe we'll see Swamp Thing
Maybe
become the next big DC hero.
it could happen.
Stranger things have happened.
They have.
But jokes aside,
Yeah.
what's really exciting is that sense of possibility.
Yes.
Anything could happen.
Anything.
And it's not just about the individual projects.
Right.
It's about how they all connect.
Interconnectedness.
Yeah.
It's like we're building a new mythology
Yeah.
from the ground up.
Yeah, and that's something that's been missing.
It has been missing.
That sense of cohesion, vision,
purpose.
Gunn's bringing that back.
He is.
Okay, so we've talked about the projects,
We have
the interconnectedness,
the interconnectedness,
the excitement,
the anticipation,
but the big question,
the big question,
can he actually pull this off?
can he pull it off?
Can he create a DC universe that's as successful,
Right.
as beloved as the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
As the MCU.
The MCU, that's the gold standard.
It is. It's the one to beat.
Can Gunn's DC universe reach those same heights?
Well, that's the $1 million question.
It is.
And it's tough to say
Yeah.
because Marvel has had a decade
A decade.
to build their universe.
Right, they've got it down to a science.
They do.
Gunn's just getting started.
He's just getting started.
There are bound to be bumps in the road,
There are.
but Gunn's got a few things going for him
He does.
that Marvel didn't.
like
He's inheriting a universe
Mhm.
that's already filled with iconic characters.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman.
household names.
Global icon.
Global icon.
He doesn't have to start from scratch.
It doesn't.
Like Marvel did with Iron Man.
Right. Nobody knew who Iron Man was.
Yeah, and look at them now.
I know.
So Gunn's got a head start in that sense.
Yeah.
He's got a built-in fan base
Yeah.
for these characters.
And he's shown that he's not afraid to embrace that legacy
It has.
while also putting his own unique spin on things.
Exactly.
He can modernize these characters
He can.
without losing what makes them special.
Without losing their essence.
And let's not forget,
What?
he's got a proven track record.
He does.
The Suicide Squad,
Peacemaker.
critical acclaim, commercial success.
Box office hits.
He knows how to make these characters work on screen.
He knows how to entertain
Yeah, and he knows how to connect with audiences.
on an emotional level.
His films are funny, action-packed, but they have heart,
They do.
which is something that's been missing from the DC universe.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah. So do you think he can do it?
I do.
You do.
I think he can build a DC universe.
That can rival the MCU,
I think it has the potential.
but it's going to take time.
It will.
It's not going to happen overnight.
No, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
But if Gunn continues to make smart choices, surround himself with talented people, stay true to his vision,
Stay true to his vision.
I think he can create something really special.
I think so too.
I hope you're right, because I am so invested in this.
You too.
I want to see this succeed.
I want to see DC succeed.
But let's take a step back for a second
Okay.
and remind ourselves why we're so excited about this.
Why are we so excited?
Why are we so excited about Superman?
Superman.
Because at the end of the day,
Right.
this whole new DC universe hinges on this Superman film.
It does.
If it doesn't connect with audiences,
The whole thing could crumble.
it could all come crashing down.
It could.
So there's a lot riding on this.
A lot riding on this.
But I think Gunn understands that.
I think he does.
He's not taking this lightly.
He knows how important this character is.
Superman is more than just a character.
He's an icon,
He's a symbol of hope,
a symbol of hope,
of inspiration
of inspiration.
for generations of fans.
He's a global icon.
Yeah,
And I think Gunn gets that.
I think he does.
I think he's going to treat this character
Yeah,
with the respect he deserves.
yeah, I'm ready for a Superman film.
Me too.
That reminds us why we love this character.
Why he matters.
Why he matters.
Why he's endured for so long.
Yeah, why he stood the test of time.
The test of
And
time.
I think we're going to get that with Gunn's film.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be special.
I think it's going to be something special.
All right, but before we get lost in all the hype and speculation,
Right.
let's take a closer look at those sources.
Let's dive back in.
Let's dive back in and see what we can uncover.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we talked a lot about Gunn's vision
Yeah.
for this new DC universe.
His overall plan.
Yeah, but you've been hinting at some details
Oh, yeah.
buried in these articles.
There's some juicy stuff in there.
What else can you share about his plans?
Well, one thing that really jumped out at me
Okay.
was how he's approaching the DC Universe timeline.
Okay.
It's not going to be a strict linear progression like we've seen in some other franchises.
Okay, so it's not just going to be one big continuous story.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so we could potentially jump back and forth in time,
Yeah,
maybe see different versions of these characters,
possible.
multiverse stuff.
Maybe.
Hmm.
We already know that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow,
Yeah,
is set in a different part of the timeline
than Superman.
than Superman.
But does that mean those films won't connect at all?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
Gunn has been pretty vague about the specifics,
right, of course.
but he's hinted that there will be connections,
Okay,
like overarching connections,
even if they're not like directly related.
not directly related.
Okay, so maybe it's more like a tapestry.
I like that.
A tapestry
Through different threads.
weaving together
Yeah, to create a bigger picture.
a bigger picture,
So it's not just like a straight line. It's more like,
more complex.
yeah, a web
Web of story.
interwoven.
I like that.
And that makes sense given Gunn's style.
It does.
He's not afraid to experiment,
Yeah.
try new things.
So besides the timeline, what else stood out to you?
Well, one thing that really caught my eye
Yeah.
was this emphasis on character development.
Character development.
He keeps saying he wants these films
Uh-huh.
and TV shows to be character driven,
Not just plot driven.
not just plot
So
driven.
it's not going to be about
Yeah.
saving the world every 5 minutes.
not just explosions and fight scenes.
But we're going to get to know these characters,
Yeah.
see them grow and evolve.
Absolutely.
And that's crucial
It is.
for a shared universe.
You got to care about these characters.
Yeah, you can have the best action in the world,
Right.
but if you don't care,
If you don't care about the characters,
it doesn't matter.
it falls flat.
Yeah, and Gunn gets that.
He gets it.
He's a master of character development.
He is. Look at the Guardians.
You love those characters.
We do.
They're flawed, they're funny,
They're relatable.
but they're unforgettable.
They are.
I'm really curious to see how that translates
I am too.
to these iconic DC characters,
Yeah. Especially Superman.
especially Superman.
He's always portrayed as so
Perfect.
perfect.
Godlike.
Godlike. Can Gunn make him feel human?
That's the challenge.
Vulnerable.
Relatable.
Yeah. Can he do that?
I think he
Do you
can.
think so?
I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to just rehash the same old Superman stories.
Yeah. He wants to do something new.
Something different.
Dig deeper.
Explore the man behind the symbol,
Okay.
the complexities.
So it's almost like he's deconstructing the myth.
In a way, I think he is.
Yeah. Breaking Superman down to his core,
Rebuilding them
rebuilding him.
for a modern audience.
It's a bold approach,
It is.
but I think it's what DC needs.
I agree.
They need to evolve. They need to adapt.
To stay relevant.
There's so much superhero content out there.
There is.
Gotta stand out.
They do.
And Gunn is the guy to do that. I think he's the guy.
He's got the vision. He's got the talent.
The audacity
The audacity to shake things up.
to shake things up.
And we're going to be here for it
We're going to be here for all of it.
every step of the way.
Every step of the way.
This deep dive.
This deep dive.
Just getting started.
We've got the Superman trailer to break down.
Oh, yeah.
We've got casting announcements to analyze.
Rumors to debunk.
Oh, so many rumors to debunk.
So much to discuss.
So much to discuss.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Of all the potential spin-offs.
Oh, yeah.
All the side stories.
Oh, man. This could go on forever.
It could.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless.
And that's what makes this so exciting.
It is
We're witnessing the birth.
the birth of a new cinematic universe.
And this one,
has the potential
a rival Marvel.
to rival the MCU.
That's a bold claim.
It is.
I'm starting to believe it,
I am too.
but it's going to take time.
It will.
It's not going to happen overnight.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
But the starting line
The starting line.
is buzzing with energy.
It is buzzing with energy.
I'm excited to see where this race leads us.
You too.
Who knows? Maybe along the way,
Yeah.
we'll see some twists and turns,
Some surprises.
some cameos,
Some cameos
some mind-blowing moments.
that redefine what a superhero universe can be.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the dream.
And that's what this deep dive is all about.
It is.
Exploring the potential,
Dissecting the details.
igniting that spark of curiosity.
in our listeners.
So to everyone listening,
Get ready.
get ready to embark on this journey with us.
We'll be your guides
We'll keep you informed, entertained,
and maybe even a little surprised.
because with James Gunn at the helm,
Oh, yeah.
the future of the DC universe,
The future of the DC universe.
you're going to be anything but ordinary.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into Superman and the new DC universe.
It's just the beginning.
Oh, this is just the beginning.
Stay tuned for more deep dives as this story unfolds.
Because it's going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up.
Buckle up.